All right, we are in Monday's practice round in the 2020 summer major, and it's definitely going to be a practice round today. So I'm in my main account. What I should do actually, I'm gonna play in my main account because I got a little better ball selection, so we can try and figure out. So today's whole goal on doing these practice sessions, my whole goal as a player is on Monday I want to establish what club I'm going to use off of the for the drive, what ball I'm going to bring, and what my secondary club is. I'm not as concerned today about elevations or making those fine-tune adjustments to the hole. If I can learn anything, then that's fine. But my whole goal today is just to figure out like what clubs, what ball, and what direction I'm coming at the hole. So we've got 4 of the holes that are in this tournament that are in Southern Pines that they've changed, and we do have different ways that we can go at them. So today is all about knowing what ball, what club. So there may be some timeouts. If you watch all of the videos that are in this series, I'll break them up in the 8 or 9 individual videos, but we'll go check it out. So hole number 1 of the summer major is going to be hole number 7 of Southern Pines, and hole number 7 has been changed. So it did look like that on the left, and now it looks like this on the right. And they've stretched the green out, and so they arced the green over, so where it was here, it's been pushed over and it's farther up. So before, just FYI for your information, you used to be able to land in the sand, and if you had a Spitfire, the green was right in this area over here, and you could recover, but you can't now. So if you're in this sand, it doesn't matter what you have in your bag. You're either going to have to lay up out here in front and come in, which this is going to be wedge range, or you're going to just lay up to where you were trying to hit so that you can come out at this direction. I thought originally when I looked at this hole and saw the changes that maybe there was a rough bump in here. But the only way you're going to be able to do that rough bump is if you bring a Goliath, something that's got 100% topspin. And I'm not even sure, even with a Goliath, whether or not it'll get you all the way to the cup. The one issue there is that if you're using a Goliath and it doesn't have a lot of ball guide, it may have a lot of topspin and you may be able to get up there to the hole, but your ball guide's not going to be giving you a true walk all the way to the cup. So you'll have to work that out. I'm not sure if I like that type of rough bump. I don't really like doing rough bumps with my Goliath because my Goliath's ball guide is not, you can't super depend on it. So it may be bouncing off of the fairway and trying to get up to the cup. I am trying to get up into this area right here. So in the past, depending on which way the wind's blowing, to get over into this area, you're just depending on your driver, you're going to need probably at least a power 3 ball. And depending on your driver, you may have to do max overpower, or you may not have to do max overpower. Anything that you can do here where you don't have to use any overpower. So if the only way that you can get up here in the clear is to bring a power 4 or a power 5 ball, obviously you're better off not having to do any overpower because you can standardize the shot. So you can standardize your landing area out here so that you're in a more consistent landing area than if you're doing overpower. So I have to see what the deal is on this hole, on like how far we can reach out there. I'm going to start off with Titan, the king of balls, and then we can jump up to a power 4 ball. If it seems like we need to, let's let me see what my power 4 ball options are. I think this is that is a power 4 side spin, and I don't really want to waste that ball. And that's a power 5 ball. I'm not sure I'll need a power 5 ball, but maybe. And I really don't need one with 3 side spin, but I think that'll be. And what I'd really like is to be able to come into the cup with a little bit better wind control. Like if you have a power 4 wind, something where you can really kind of cut the wind down on the shot going into the cup. So I could use that ball right there, the season 23 ball. So if I'm not seeing what I want to see with the Titan, I may jump up to a power 4 ball just to look at it. Hole number 1. Make sure we're rolling. See if we can get out there on the course. Get my trusty dusty calculator working. I go first. So let's see what kind of distance we have here. So if I want to get out into that range of the power 3 ball, I'll definitely have to use some overpower. And the wind's going with us when I get out into that area right there if I didn't have any curl on. So 4-3, that's about 2 rings. I'm going to push the forward distance back in it. And I'm just going to try and go straight forward. Get it to 1 ring great to the right. See if we can move the ball forward. Stay out of any rough. See what kind of distance we got there. 410. That's 410 using a power 3 ball with just slight overpower, getting a little teeny bit of lag. That should be, not sure if that's going to be in my long iron. It looks like it's going to be in my long iron range, so I should be taking this shot with a Grizzly. And they've included these sand traps. These weren't here before, so they're used to be able to bounce through to get on this side of the trees, but that sand there is making what used to be the middle shot a lot more difficult. I think I would either hit straight forward and try and come in at it, or try and do the shot that I took. That is no bueno. Okay, so let's see where I'm at in my club. So there's max. And there's min. So I'm in about mid club. And I play mid at 1.75. And I definitely want to start on the top of the 1.75. So there's 3.5 is 2 rings. There's 3.5. We're just a little over that. Ah, hit it great to the right. Way great to the right. Distance looked good. That was probably like a 2 ring great to the right. For some strange reason, if you don't hit perfect and you line it all up and you get everything set up, it doesn't go in the hole. What's the deal? Now, there may be a max overpower hook shot that you can do from out here to try and get up, to bleed yourself up in there. That would actually be worth looking at, the way that they've set this up, because the green used to be over here. So like trying to do some max overpower hook shot, but with the way that the green is now, it is possible to get up there. I may actually try that in my other account when we come back through and look at this hole. Because if there's a way to get way up in front where you're in your wedge range, you really got to at least explore that. Let's see which way the wind's blowing here. My opponent got to 437. Very nice. I will tank my putt, let my opponent catch up. Let them get some practice in. They've got to be right there at max, pretty close to max club, I would assume. They went right at it, but they didn't adjust for the wind. So if they hit this perfect, it should end up on the right-hand side. If they hit it great to the left, they actually did themselves a favor. So they actually hit it to the left, so they did themselves a favor. They took out some of the wind on the great to the left. In the fringe. I'm going to tank this shot so that my opponent can get up one. And we roll. That way it'll leave me a little more breathing room when we get down towards the end so that I can go for it on some of the holes. All right, that was hole number 1. So a couple observations. We can get it done with the power 3 ball on hole number 1. Power 4 ball might get us, we wouldn't have to use any overpower at all. With the wind, the way that the wind's going, we probably won't have to do any overpower anyways. But a power 4 ball would get us a little bit nicer up there. I was in mid club. We could get probably more towards minimum club if we brought out a power 4 ball just from raw distance getting up there. So if I come back through here, I may try out a power 4 ball just to see what it looks like. But we've got some options on hole number 1. All right. Thanks for watching.